What is going on, Dodgers Nation? My name is Clint. You know me from the Blue Heaven Podcast, and the guy that's this way. I always get I nail that. I nail that. That guy is Eric Eulau. You've probably seen him writing on our DodgersNation.com. Well, he's going to be bringing you an all new. I mean, we're calling them podcasts here on YouTube, but it's a new video show. Going to be dropping about once a week and talking about your Los Angeles Dodgers. So welcome to the family of YouTube people. Mr. Eric, what's going on, man?
Oh, great. Good night. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it. So yeah, looking forward to getting the 3 Up, 3 Down podcast up and running with Dodgers Nation. So very excited with opening day right around the corner.
Yeah, it should be fun. We'll get more into the podcast side of things. But first, you know, people got to know who the hell is this guy? Why do I want to listen to this guy? Is he even a Dodger fan? We're going to answer some of those type of questions. Getting to know Eric a little bit, the Dodger fan. When was the first game, or when? Yeah, what was the first game you ever went to? When could you remember about it?
I think I was 6, so 1997. So late 90s there, a very rough stretch with Fox News at the helm. So.
Yeah, was that was that still with Piazza or post Piazza?
That's a great pop quiz question. I think it was post Piazza, but I remember Piazza was one of my favorite kids growing up.
Player, yeah. Actually, wasn't Mikey traded in 98? I don't know. We probably got to look up the stats on that one. I think he was traded in 98. So maybe I messed up on that one. But well, yeah. What can you tell us about that first game?
The chocolate malt was delicious. That's about it. My dad used it to bribe me, so I'd behave, which wasn't that big of a problem because I was a big baseball fan, but a good time. I remember being hot. I remember the plastic seat burning my legs, and I remember having a great time with my dad.
So you weren't sitting in pavilion. All right. So you're classy. We get that much. All right. Flash forward from 97 now to 2001. It's going to be the first time you'll be going back to a baseball game since 2019. One would imagine. What is the first thing you're doing when you're able to get back into Dodger Stadium?
Overpaying for a tall can and walk in the concourse. Love doing the loop. They've made it a little harder in recent years trying to change levels and whatnot in the stadium, but love just walking around the park and seeing everybody there. Even before COVID, and now even more so, looking forward to just seeing everyone out and about at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic to get back at the ballpark. Beautiful ballpark. Finally get to see a $100 million renovation in real life. Who was your favorite Dodger or even baseball player growing up?
Eric Eulau, for sure. Power hitting first baseman. I think now with how prevalent analytics is, I don't think it really smiles on his career as much as it did in the moment, but same first name as me. And you're obviously when you're a little kid, even when you have a very common first name, that's something cool. I love the consistency. I knew he was going to be on the team. And he's my dad was a big Eric Eulau fan too. So definitely EK for me.
The all-time LA home run hitting player, I think. I forget. My stats are all over right now. It's later in the evening as we're doing this, so my coffee is worn off. Who was your most hated player growing up? It doesn't even need to be a Dodger. Most hated baseball player.
I'm still salty about how bad Jerry Sands ended up being, to be honest. Because I remember that was the first prospect, like prospect huggers. That was the first prospect. Like I was sold that guy was going to be a superstar. And I just remember being so depressed when he wasn't. And all the, and you always remember all the trades they turned down that involved Jerry Sands. And Jerry Sands for me, just for the level of disappointment he gave me at a young age.
I remember the tweets, getting the tweets about him, like seeing this guy's going to be it. Here's the future. Whew, man, were we all very wrong. Who's your favorite player now?
Clayton Kershaw, for sure. I think that's an easy one. I've always been a pitching first guy. If I'm when I used to play MLB The Show, I'm always the guy that juices up my pitcher. Just love trying to throw 27 strikeouts. Definitely Clayton Kershaw, but I would say Mookie Betts is climbing the ranks quickly. I mean, how could he not after what he did last year and push the Dodgers to the championship?
All right, tell fans a little bit right now. Let's take a little pause. What can they expect out of 3 Up, 3 Down here on Dodgers Nation YouTube channel?
A little bit of everything. It's going to be a 5-minute podcast. We're going to do some stat deep dives that maybe, not everyone's doing, or some little kind of more deeper baseball nerdy stuff. But we'll also do just some more topical stuff, kind of reviewing the previous series, looking ahead, the things you need to know if you only have, hey, I got 5 minutes to learn everything I need to learn about the Dodgers before I have to go do this other thing in my life. So it's kind of a one-stop shop, kind of a snapshot top line view of the Dodgers every week. And it'll be the 3 Up, 3 Down podcast.
Yeah, I think it should be a fun compliment to the channel. Of course, everybody who's watching, you would hope you guys are subscribed. If not, please do. We'll wait for that right now. Just hit that button, hit that notification bell. But you got Brook and myself. We got the long form. We got the podcast. We got people talking to us. You got Doug crushing it on the news stuff, and then the post game is going to be coming back for the 2021 season. So, given the complete opposite end of the spectrum, boom, you got 5 minutes, ideally keeping people up to date each week. And we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we're getting a little bit more out there as the season progresses. We'll figure it out. People enjoy you. We'll let the fans speak, and everybody always do feel free. We run on your suggestions unless they're bad. So if you guys have any pro tips or anything like that for Eric, go ahead and pass them his way. The putting you on the spot 2021 kind of predictions, some of that stuff. This is how we're going to let you go. And by we, I mean me. How many games will the Los Angeles Dodgers win in 2021?
I'm right in line with the Pacoda projection. I hate to be that guy. I hate to be the fantasy ranking slave, so to speak. But I'm thinking 102 wins is kind of right around there. I think Pacoda has them at 101.4. So I think 102, 101 seems about right. And I think it's a little unreasonable to think they're going to shoot for 116. I think they know what's more important. It's just going back to back and winning that second championship in a row. So I don't think they're going to aim for 116 if it comes down to the last week. And I don't think it'll get there also because they're going to play out of the division a little bit.
They're going to play real teams.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Padres are very, very. You can make the argument they're the second best team in the NL, even if the best, if depending on who you're talking to. Obviously, not us. But the Padres are gonna be a good team. They got to play them 19 times. So you got to factor that into any win total. If you're one of those over/under Vegas people, I would definitely think about that.
Who leads the Dodgers in home runs in 2021?
I'm sticking with Max Muncy, and the reason is, and I know the last couple of days he's gone yard, but I think Bellinger, it's going to be a work in progress with the shoulder for him to get that power back. We've seen Hanley Ramirez, Adrian Gonzalez have those similar labrum surgeries. And for Adrian Gonzalez, the power never really came back. For Hanley, I think he had one or two more surgeries on that same shoulder later in his career, but the power never really consistently came back. However, Bellinger is a hell of a better athlete than both those guys. And he's a lot younger when he underwent that surgery. So I think he'll come back. Maybe not to an MVP level, but I think it may be a little bit of a slow go for him. So that's why I'm gonna go with Max Muncy.
Good call.
If I had to hedge, I'll Seager, but I think Max is I think that 35 number looks good for him again.
America's slugger, Max Muncy.
Exactly.
Just put your money on him.
Just don't send him any mail.
Yeah, don't send him any Fed mail. Antiquated stat, everybody's favorite. Who leads the Dodgers in wins on the pitching staff this year?
I'm going with Walker Buehler. I think this is the year where he solidifies himself as the regular season ace. I think we all know he's the postseason ace at this point. No offense to Clayton Kershaw, but I think Buehler's playoff track record, although it is smaller, speaks for itself. I think this is the year with all the competition with Trevor Bauer, Julio Urias, Dustin May. I think Buehler needs that competition. I think that's going to push him to have his best regular season. And it sounds like he's actually stretched out to start the season, according to pitching coach Mark Pryor.
Yeah, that's a good call right there. That's a good call. Who is, if the Dodgers do not win the World Series again in 2021, who is the biggest challenger and what went wrong?
Oh, you mean who they're going to play in the World Series or in the NL?
Who's their challenger to?
Oh, who stands in there? Sorry. Okay. Yeah. I think the answer is obvious. I think we've heard about it since the last time we beat them in the playoffs. And that's the San Diego Padres. That team looks really good. That bullpen, I mean, what they did over the offseason with the bullpen is impressive. The Cardinals kind of scare me because it's the Cardinals playing the Dodgers. So I'd give them kind of as a dark horse candidate. But I do think it's the Padres in the playoffs. And, who knows what the Braves do. But I have some questions about the Braves starting pitching.
Yeah. Hey, those Cards can be sneaky. They got Goldie. They got Arenado now. They got Old Man Carpenter. They could be real sneaky over there. What is, before I let you go, your one bold prediction for the Dodgers 2021 season?
People are going to like me for saying this, but I am on the Zach McKinstry train, and I think he'll be playing second base consistently by the end of the season. Not because Lux underperformed, but I think McKinstry has an incredible opportunity to earn a lot of playing time as a utility man. I think that could turn into him getting a lot of the starts at second base by the end of the year.
I don't hate it. I mean, we're we're Lux fans. Obviously, all of us are Lux fans. We hope the best because it's a better team if Lux is doing well. But hey, that's a sneaky good poll right there. You can see a lot out of Zach Attack, McKinstry. Hey, you got to give people some mustache tips. What are your pro tips for the stash?
No one's going to believe me, but I don't do anything. I haven't trimmed it in a few months. I probably should. I think my girlfriend would appreciate if I just shaved it off. Yeah. I do. I have a little comb. So every couple of days I'll comb it. But yeah, just do nothing and be yourself. Those are my really heartfelt words about growing a horrible mustache.
No, I think you could put that on a license plate frame right there. That nails it.
Yeah. If that's not motivating, I don't know what is.
Tell the fine people where to find you, not in real life, but maybe on the internet.
I'm on the Mesa in Santa Barbara. If you're ever in town, look me up. You can find me on Twitter. That is at EEULAU. Same handle on Instagram. And of course, check out all the awesome coverage from everybody from the Dodgers Nation team. We got news, obviously 2 great podcasts that he just mentioned. It's your one-stop shop. The social team does a great job. We got some great graphics and everything you'd ever want from a Dodger station is right there.
Look at this guy towing the company line. Hey, I hope you guys like this guy. He's good. He's done a lot of good work with us, and we're not just handing out podcasts to anybody. He's put in the time. He's put in the work, and again, help him out. Give him some love. Give him some follows on Twitter. So he can finally start using his Twitter a little bit better and realize that there's some power out there on social media.
I'll get there. But no, thanks again for having me, and thank you and Gary and Brook for the opportunity. I'm looking forward to it and going to put in the work. And if you need a chance to be on the podcast, let me know. You guys know where to find me. So I appreciate it. Thanks for the time.